came back the very next day. The cough came back. I thought it was a goner, but the cough came back. Just wouldn't stay. Don't you know the cough came back? Telling us to stay inside, it's time to live in our homes. They're telling us no more groups of four, it's time for you to be alone. They're telling us that we can't go and buy ourselves some guns. They're closing up the stores and now it's coming undone. They're telling us that we can't even walk around on our streets. They're telling us that the government is the credentials we meet. And then they're telling us only if you're essential that you can be out and about. They're telling us not to scream and then they're telling us not to shout because the cough came back the very next day. The cough came back. It's time for us to pray because the cough came back. It just won't stay away. So keep yourself 6 feet away. Like Colorado, color red, calling around in my head. Am I fed up with the man? Am I just doing what the flag says? You better go ahead and tread on me now. And don't forget to stop on Pop's tropical crops because they always top notch. Look what they got us. They're trying to take away everything that we've ever been taught. And now it's time for us not to revolt. It's not time for us to go outside and tell them that we won't. It's time for us to go ahead and pray to our gods. They're telling us that the TV needs to be left on because the cough came back the very next day. The cough came back. I thought it was a goner. The cough comes back. The corona won't stay the fuck away. So they're saying it's because we wouldn't pay our bills to China. They're saying it's because of a war by the cartel and vagina. They're telling us all these theories and all of these ideas, but nobody's listening to the rules and nobody will please and plead and ask the questions that we need to be told. Nobody is even caring if their souls are already sold. Nobody really wants to see the bloodbath on their hands. So we're listening to the government and following their plans. Well, here comes the FEMA camps and all of the guards. And here comes the drones. Stay in your yard. And here comes the violence because we can't eat. And here comes all the riots out in your streets because the cough came back the very next day. The cough came back and people won't stay away. The cough came back and now we're all gonna go. Well, they're telling us that somebody better go ahead and pay the piper. They're telling us if you like her, you might as well go and wife her because the world is coming to an abrupt little halt. It's time for you to pray to your gods and find yourself at the altar calls. And don't worry about the rules and the guidelines. They're just little suggestions that you want to abide by. And if you do want to go out of your house, here comes the guns and here comes the doubts. And the cough came back the very next day. And it was like the cough just wouldn't stay the fuck away. And now we're all just sitting inside and we're all starting to pray. We're even holding services so that our souls are saved, cause the cough